Jeffrey's phone notification goes off again. It's her. He's so happy that she's replying. She seems so interested in him. Jeffrey's finally happy, but she keeps making excuses not to meet him. Jeffrey sees her Snapchat story and she's with another guy. It's been weeks, it's been months, and eventually the girl that Jeffrey's been texting gets into a relationship with the guy that she's been f***ing all this time.
Bitches ain't sh**.
Adonis. Adonis texts girls in the proper way. Adonis is the guy in the girl's Snapchat stories, and he's the only one in her mind. All of the advice that I see online for texting girls is absolute trash. Normal, simpy, little spurgy people tell you to do memes, send her memes, make her laugh. And the red pill's alpha male's text game is too avoidant, it doesn't kindle a connection, and it's too much. It just only focuses on texting for logistics. Both ways are trash. I'm going to teach you my way, which is far better than all of them. First of all, my name is Hamza. I help young men go through the Jeffrey to Adonis transformation through self-improvement. You're clearly interested in that. Scroll down right now, click on the subscribe and the post notification button, and it's a win-win for both of us. So I have personally tried all the different styles of texting. When I was in college and I was about 17 to 18, I was doing the whole funny memes, message her all day, make her feel good, and send her like all the funny stuff and make jokes with her and text her and write X next to the message and stuff. When I was in university and I was going through my degenerate years, I was doing the full-on just red pill text for logistics. My first message to a new girl would deadass be, meet me tonight. And so it was a numbers game, and it did technically work, but not as effective as my current way to text. My current way to text, I'd say the most mature way that I've actually been a guy who uses text to communicate, is I text in a very like business, somewhat formal manner, but I also send emotional connecting messages too, and we're going to break that down. So here is the step-by-step strategy to turn a stranger into a lover. Step number one is the initial connection. It's when you match with a girl on a dating app. It's when maybe she follows you on Instagram, or when you approach her and you get her number. Step number two is the first message that you're going to send her, and it's a simple hi plus a genuine compliment. Now, all the red pill guys are never compliment her, bro. Never validate her, bro. I don't give a f***, bro. If I think a girl is cute, I'm gonna tell her. That authenticity and that genuinity is why I'm attractive and why I seem confident. I'm not going to hold back. If I feel a certain way about someone, I'm not going to hold back in telling them. Forget the rest of this video. Forget most of the advice you've ever seen in terms of interacting with women. When your brain generates a thought and you don't express that thought, you've already lost. That authenticity is how you automatically polarize women, the women who would actually be compatible with you. That's all you need to know. Like, I could end the video right here. Text her what your brain says. If your brain says some stupid shit, trust me when I say that if you actually texted that sort of stuff to every girl, you would eventually find the girl who truly is compatible with you. All of the texting advice is such trash because it's too different from what your natural brain is like. And so eventually you start matching with girls who you're nothing like. And of course that just kind of dies down because you can't keep up this false like charade. So in this first message, it's just a simple hi, hey, whatever, and a genuine compliment that my brain automatically generates for her. I'm telling you, this is the reason why I seem spontaneous and attractive. I have the confidence to just express how I feel about someone. And if she's anything like me, if she's compatible with me, she's attracted to that. Step number three, after your first message, this is one of the most important parts of this, is to not let her lead the conversation. Now, let's say you send her the message, hi, you're cute. Very, very simple, right? And she says, oh, hi, thank you. How are you? Pause. Jeffries and all the little spurgs will be like, I'm good. How are you? Conversation dead. She thinks you're boring as f***. Most girls are boring, most girls are bad. Like, we can say they're bad at texting because they don't actually have to be good at texting because they've got the God level abundance. Most girls are pretty boring and they've got very, very basic sort of social skills. You can call me sexist, but it is the truth. She's gonna text you some boring bullshit as like, hey, how are you? Now, if you're a spurg, if you're a Jeffrey, let her lead the conversation and reply to her questions. Now, I text in almost a weirdly autistic way. Now, it is a business, formal way, emotional connection, like I said before, but it's almost autistic in the sense that when she texts me a message like, how are you? I respond as if I haven't even read that she's wrote that, because I will not let her lead the conversation straight into the garbage. I don't answer boring questions like that. She texts me, hey, Hamza, how are you? What's it to you, bitch? Why are you asking me for personal information? I'm not telling you. So keep that in mind. And then step 4 is that you lead the conversation to where you want it, which it should be to meet up within a maximum of a couple of days. If you cannot meet up, I don't really respect you personally. I'm just going to give you my personal opinion here. If you can't meet her within a few days, chances are you are very low value and you're texting her because she's the only girl that you currently can get. And so, she lives in a different country and you can't see her for 3 weeks or whatever. It kind of shows me, at least, and it shows everyone else, and it shows you, and it shows her, that you don't exactly have much respect for yourself, because you didn't want a texting buddy, did you? You wanted to connect with this girl, and quite frankly, especially for men, but even for women, the physical elements of our relationship with a woman and our love with a woman is incredibly important. And if you cannot meet her within a few days, it just dies. So in step 4, you are going to lead the conversation to where you want it, which is to organize a date within the next few days. And so let's talk about that date. So step 5 is to structure this date, and it's going to be something specifically that you are going to do anyway. That makes it incredibly easy and also more attractive to invite this girl to do that. And this is where the sexiness of this guide goes away, and all the spurgs will start getting disinterested because they don't do anything fun. That's the sad fact, is if you're only doing fun stuff, if you're only planning fun stuff when you meet with a girl, and if you probably don't even do fun stuff with girls, then you're not going to be attractive anyway. This is why most young guys are so repulsive to women, because you don't do anything other than watch these dumb self-improvement videos. What are you going to text this girl like, hey, do you want to watch Hamza's new video? Like that would be a sick day, I'm not going to lie. But she wants to enter your life. She doesn't want your life to be changed because of her. So you should already be doing fun, cool, adventurous stuff. But the thing is, you don't. That's why you're watching this type of autistic level video right now, how to text girls. If you were doing fun stuff, you wouldn't need this guide. But my videos are for Jeffries, and so I will help you through this. Okay, what you need to start doing, which is stupid, like basic ass advice that you're gonna get pissed off at. You have to leave your house and actually go try new things. Like, how many times have you heard that one piece of advice from your mother and from me? Try new things. Like, it's as simple, I'll give you the basic autistic level help here. It's as simple as going onto Google Maps maybe, and just seeing a few different places around you. Oh, there's a bar over here, there's a park over here, there's a comedy club here. That's what you're going to invite her to. But first, you're going to go to those places anyway. And so for step 5, how you're going to invite her onto the date, this is the message you're going to send. I'm going to do X. Would you like to join me? That's instantly 10 times more attractive than the standard shit that guys send, which is like, oh, do you wanna hang out sometime? Do you wanna Netflix and chill? Do you wanna like do something? No. Now, step 6, in case she wasn't very extremely responsive to that and she didn't immediately say yes, is to rearrange the date a couple of times. I'll leave it up to you. I would suggest 1 to a maximum of 3 times. That if she says, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not really into that, she'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do Friday night. And so you say, okay, no worries. What's your schedule looking like? She should make it easy for you to get this date booked in. If it feels difficult to get it booked in, she's not really that interested in you. And if you do somehow like trick her into coming out on the date, she's going to be like the type of girl, because she's not interested in you, she's not even attracted to you, she's just going to be on her phone whilst you're out together. You only want to be meeting girls who actually are really attracted to you, which is, again, this unsexy answer, because you have to go and do a few years of self-improvement first before women are actually attracted to you. And all the black pill slugs are like, wait, what about genetics, Hamza? What about looks? How your navel candle shut up. So after you've tried to book in a date, let's say 1 to 3 times, if it's still not working, cut your losses, stop messaging her. Maybe potentially in like a month, when you randomly see the messages again because you've been scrolling down your phone for some reason, maybe send another message then and go from there. But generally, if I can't get a date booked for the same week, I know that we're never going to meet, and it's easier for me to just kind of forget this girl exists than to continue trying to set it up for the future. So step 7 is that the date is now booked. You're planning to meet at 7 p.m. on Friday. Up until then, every now and then, when your brain expresses it to you, you're now going to send what I just call emotional connection texts, which is as simple at this stage. Let's say, you've just kind of met this girl through a dating app and you spoke to her literally just 10 messages. It's as simple as just randomly the next day, just texting her like, excited to see you tomorrow. As simple as that. It's something that if you feel that way, text her, because it makes people feel good when you do this. And think about it for yourself. If a girl texted you like that, you would feel awesome. Now, if a girl has actually booked a date with you and she's going to meet you, she's attracted to you, she's interested in you, she likes something about you. Now, if she considers you somewhat high value, she doesn't know you like I do. I know you're a spurg, but... And that means that if you send her one of these like emotional connecting text messages, it's actually gonna make her feel good. And all the like the pill guys, black pill, red pill, whatever, all these like little weirdy internet people, will disagree with me and say, no, don't make her feel good, bro, don't make whatever. But why not make someone feel good? Especially, the thing is, if she's into you, which if she's got to be, if she's booking, like, you know, she can book the date and like, obviously like have other guys booked and not meet you and stuff, but we're going to assume that she's into us because it's the only way that we can truly operate. If she's into you, then why not make her feel good? So up until you're going to meet, maybe you'll send 1 to 2 messages per day, which is just kind of like this emotional connection. You're not going to send funny memes or anything or stuff to try and make her laugh. It's only about building up a little bit of a connection where you just kind of express what your brain is genuinely saying about her. So in your mind, through the next day, you'll get a thing of like, oh, I'm meeting that girl on Friday. You can literally just like tell her, I just got this thought in my mind, like, oh shit, I'm meeting that girl on Friday. That is authentic. Now, straight away, all the guys will disagree with me again. But the thing is, if that is the type of person you are, if that is what your brain, if that is what you have genuinely thought, then if you express that genuine thought, you will filter out anyone who's not compatible with you. So if you, let's say you send it to like a bad bitch and she's like, wait, this guy's kind of weird. Like he's sending me these lovey-dovey texts, but like I usually just sleep with guys who spit in my mouth. Well, then you're clearly not compatible with her. As men, you have to realize that we still need standards, and the standards that we need, because we would sleep with anyone, the standards that we need is that we will only want to continue things with girls who are attracted to our genuine authenticity. Like that's the standard. If you show your authentic self and a woman isn't attracted to that, then she isn't up to your standard. So step 8 of this texting process is then to meet for the day, to have a fun time. Maybe you'll even sleep with her. And especially if you do sleep with her, or even if you just kind of connect in any other way, here right now is when it's very important to express that same type of texting behavior that you've been doing. So let's say you meet for the day, you have a good time. After that, you're still going to text in the exact same, somewhat business formal manner, with also the emotional connecting text in between. So the business formal manner is how you get the dates booked, and the emotional connection text is how you just kind of express how you're feeling about her. It's so important to do those emotional texts because that is how you filter out the women who are actually for you. So this texting strategy, kind of like cringy incel to call it strategy, but if that's what it is, it is. It invokes your honesty, your authenticity, and your confidence, and that's why it works. That's why it works better than every other guide that I've personally followed. Let's go through some frequently asked questions. Now, the best question that you could ask, which no one asks, is what is the best mindset that I should hold when texting girls? If you can get the mindset nailed down, honestly, you'll be successful. But no one asks about that. Everyone's like, oh, but which meme should I send? How should I send her a message 3 days or 5 days later? 17 minutes? Or no, just shut the f up, bro. The mindset is all that matters. What is the best mindset that you can have? It's number one, to know that for men, it is always a numbers game, which means that in the beginning stages, you need quite a low emotional investment into this one particular girl. You need to convey abundance. What that means is that you either need to have other women in your life, or you need to pretend like you have other women in your life. You need to just kind of like act like you do. The reason for this mindset is because, quite frankly, you're not gonna meet up 99% of the girls that you ever interact with. Let's just be honest. 99% of the girls that you match with on Tinder, that you meet in public and whatever, you're never actually going to meet them. You're probably going to meet about 1% of girls. Because put it this way, okay, you've come across probably hundreds, probably thousands of girls on social media, dating apps and everything. And how many girls have you actually like truly met up over the last few years? Probably like tens, right? So it's about 1%. And so you need to have that in mind, that there is about a 1% chance that you meet this girl. And don't let that, kind of like depress you or anything. Just think to yourself, okay, there's probably a 1% chance, like I'm not really going to care so much right now. You still, if you end up, thinking about her, then you're going to express that thought. But you're also going to think, yeah, there was a 1% chance anyway. So if she, for example, ignores your message, or she says, she can't meet you, whatever, or she's not interested in you, there's only a 1% chance you're going to meet her anyway. So you just get on to the next one. And the second, probably more important mindset that you should really, really note down is that girls just want to have fun. Girls go where the fun is. Now, if you're living a fun life, girls will automatically enter your life. Now, if you're trying to have fun through text, girls will automatically leave your life. She can't be your fun. She has to be invited into the fun. Again, this is why most young guys are terrible with girls, because you're not actually living a fun life. You're not actually doing anything like good with your life, quite frankly. You're trying to have fun texting girls. Girls don't want to have fun texting. They just want to enter an already fun lifestyle. The second, probably most asked question is, how often should I text? How long should I wait between my texts? That tells me you're a bit of a spurg and you're just overthinking it. When you see her message, and you're currently in a personal life mood, reply. So what I mean by personal life is that you're currently not, for example, studying. You're currently not, for example, working. So in my specific example, I'm working, I'm doing my business work till probably about 5 till 8 p.m. or something, and I'm in business mode. For my business, I go onto WhatsApp a lot to message my clients. And WhatsApp is generally where I also message girls too. I will see her message and I won't reply because I'm not currently in a personal life mode. But as soon as I'm in a personal life mode and she sent me a message, I'm going to reply. Don't do the internet of like, oh, double her time and stuff, because it takes away from your authenticity. Now, preferably, you're already like too busy to be replying quickly. Now, if you see her message all the time and if you're almost always in a personal life mode to the point that you feel like you can reply constantly, that shows me that you're a loser, and that shows me that you've got bigger problems than learning how to text. If this sounds like you're probably getting pissed off that I just insulted you. You should consider a dopamine detox and it will change your life, but I think you're probably not going to do that because you sound like a spurg. Third very important question is, what if we can't meet because of X? What if we can't meet because she lives in a different country, or because she lives really far away, or because of the COVID lockdown rules or anything? And to that, I want to respond with a question to you. Do you really want a texting buddy? Now, you might think, oh yes, like texting is kind of fun. I've enjoyed texting her. Bullshit. You've enjoyed texting her, but it isn't the texting that you actually wanted to do. You've just enjoyed connecting with a woman. But this level of connection through text messages is nothing compared to the real life connection. Like an internet relationship is not a substitute for a real relationship. High value men do not have relationships through the internet. So again, if you're considering something like this, you really do have to take like a look at yourself and think, why am I settling for this? And finally, the last major question is, what if I truly enjoy texting? Can I send her memes? You know, it's mutual interest. We like memes. And to that, I want to bring back the formal point that I had, that girls just want to have fun. And the issue is that if she's having a fun text conversation with what seems like a boring guy, and boring guys, like, you're a boring guy. If you're talking about memes and shit, let's be honest, your life's not that great. She's then going to keep you at that level of just texting. Think about what you're conveying to her. Your life's not that interesting. You're over-investing into this girl. You're spending your own time trying to make her laugh and sending memes and funny pictures and stuff. She's actually getting some fun out of the conversation. She's messaging you back and everything. It's so exciting for you to get this connection with a woman. The issue is that she's essentially getting the best of you already, which is that she knows you're not going to be much better in person. And so she's never going to actually meet you. You've just reduced yourself to a notification on her phone. Now, you're happy with that in terms of what you get from her, which is her notification on your phone, because that's, you know, it validates you getting this cute girl's like name pop up on your phone. But that was never what you wanted anyway. The issue with these fun text conversations that the younger guys say, like, oh, you know, text game's absolutely necessary. She won't meet you unless you text her for 17 days first. It shows what type of guy you are. She is going to enjoy those conversations. She is going to enjoy those memes. But she's never then going to actually think, oh, let me go meet this guy. She wants to meet the guy who she's, one, attracted to, two, she's interested in, and three, that she wants to see more of. She wants to figure you out. If you're already giving her everything through text, she doesn't need to meet you. You'll be reduced to just that texting buddy for her. And she's got a lot of those texting buddies. Like, maybe it's my ego or something, but bro, and my heart goes out when I meet a girl, and always the same thing where she's got 10 guys unopened on her Snapchat and her Instagram and her text. My heart goes out to these losers because they're sending her paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs. They've been having such deep conversations, and these girls meet me when I send them a sentence. If you think that I'm boasting, this channel's probably not for you. I'm just telling you what has truly worked for me over the last year of this type of development, over the last like 5-6 years of this development. The business formal manner, sending emotional connection text in the middle. Now, since you've watched all this video, what I'll do is I'll give you a little extra treat, and I'll just have a bunch of screenshots of my real text to girls so you can just have a look for some like inspiration. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.